Hi, and happy Easter. I'm making you a video tonight because I told you that I was going to. And I got on the computer and I was looking at this where you had posted on your activity. I saw a video and I went to the comments that were being made. There was like a whole ton of comments from Alsong and you, some other person. And I gathered from that as far as that last email I sent you, that you were not taking my advice, not in the least. However, I also gathered from that your court situation was coming up a lot sooner than I realized. So I can understand, if you've come this far and you've worked on it this hard, that you're going to go ahead and do everything in your power to go ahead and pursue it and get as much done as you can on it. And I do understand that. I don't know, I don't really understand how, I know that you started this, you were in a different state, and how, I guess you just started everything over again when you got to California. So, I guess that's where you're pursuing this, because the last time that there was any information about you on the internet, it had to do with you being in California. So, like I said, I understand. My take on it is different because of the fact that I am really concerned about our situation, the situation of the nation in general, and there being a shortage of time, and also for the corruption that is involved in this, does concern me as well. So, I'm thinking, I'm afraid for you about that part of it, like the corruption part, like how they're gonna, because they're right on your heels, so they're following everything that you do, no matter what you do and where you do it. And I'm thinking that they're going to go in and pull their, their power stop and cause you to waste your time. That's my only concern. So I understand what you're doing. I understand why you're doing it. I understand that you are angry and that you want justice. Of course, but I am concerned about, the fact that they are so all over the situation, and how, being that they are, how difficult it's going to be for you. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not trying to dampen your parade or, rain on your parade or anything. I'm just trying to be realistic and say, we don't really know exactly how, they manipulate everything, but it seems like they do, and that's the problem. So, with that being said, I'm going to move on to this other thing. I really don't care to get involved in any more of those threads on the comment sections because of the fact that it's mentally draining, just totally mentally draining to get into all of that. And I've just decided that I'm going to stay out of that. That doesn't mean that I'm not 100% behind you and whatever you decide to do. I am there for you. But I just basically, I find that very draining to just sit there and deal with, those constant, going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And, it's like you're talking to a brick wall as far as how well it just keeps on going on and on. And it seems like it goes on forever. And then you come back the next day and it's still going on. It goes on for days at a time. So, because of that fact, I've just decided, forget that. I'm not getting involved with any more of that because after a while it just gets to be draining. But I'm behind you 100%. Whatever you're doing, I support you. I'm behind you. And I don't mean for you to think that I have any doubt in you or your situation. I completely believe everything that you've been through, that you presented to everyone in your videos. I do completely believe all of that, and I understand, and I do believe that you are a victim of the mind control technology, the MK Ultra. I do believe that 100%, and I stand behind you as far as you trying to pursue it legally, and I'm just concerned about our nation as a whole and what we're going through and how, this might affect your situation. Because right now, the way that they're moving this corruption along, it seems like no matter what you do, where you are, or what you're involved in, corruption can be there. All over it, and especially the fact that they follow us everywhere we go, and they watch everything that we do. They micromanage every little single thing that we do. So, because of that, I'm just concerned that you might run into some problems and could be wasting your time. And that's it. That's all I wanted to point out to you. But otherwise, then that you're welcome to come here. And I've already talked to some people around here, and you would definitely be sheltered here. So you're welcome to come here anytime you want to. I don't know if you can get away with all your legal things, but if you can, it would be nice. So whenever you can, it will be nice. So this is a pretty friendly town. There is a lot of electromagnetic energy here, but when you look at the whole picture, sometimes that takes years to affect you, and I don't even know that we're looking at years here, the way things are going with our nation. So, that's something to take into consideration as well. That's basically all I wanted to say. I hope you had a happy Easter. It was pretty, I didn't really do anything. I just kind of hung around here. And actually what's happening to me lately is really strange, but every time I just go lay down to lay down and rest for 10 or 15 minutes, I completely zonk out. And I don't wake up for hours. And I go into this deep sleep and have all kinds of dreams. And, I don't even know what's going on with that. And it's like, even after I've had hours of sleep, this happens. So, I find it really strange. But, actually, I wanted to get a video out to you earlier today, since this is Easter Sunday. But that's what happened. I laid down for a few minutes, and the next thing you know, I fell into this deep sleep, and I didn't wake up until hours later. So, that's why it's taken me so long. But anyway, I love you, and I am here for you, and I hope everything goes well, and I hope everything is coming up soon for you, because it's nice just to get these things out of the way when you're going through that, because that puts a lot of stress on you just knowing that you have all that to deal with. So I do hope it's over for you as soon as possible. And what I would like to say to everyone regarding the other side, and this is Easter Sunday, I said prayers for the other side today. There are so many people in this nation who are dependent upon their salaries to keep up their family and, their living. And they're having to go along with things they don't necessarily agree with. When you're receiving a paycheck, you have to do what you're told in order to keep receiving that paycheck. And I would just ask that a lot of people will consider that there are a lot of individuals on the other side of this thing who basically are kind of in a catch-22 with this situation, and all of this corruption that just came flooding in. Just like the Bible says, the enemy comes in like a flood. And that's exactly what happened to our nation. So, I would just ask that you guys, that other TIs, will also consider the other side in your prayers. There are people over there that God loves, and He will pull them out of the fire. And also, we need to pray for those individuals that they will be strengthened. The ones who are in that catch-22 situation where, they have to do what they have to do. Maybe just because they've been doing it for so long, they have to keep doing it even though things changed dramatically on them. And maybe they do not agree with what's going on. And maybe they're caught in a situation where they have to make a living and they have to continue doing what they're doing. So please pray for the other side, in that those individuals who we don't know their names or who they are, but they're there. And please take that into consideration, that it's not just us, and we're not fighting against flesh and blood. We're fighting against powers and principalities, powers in high places. So we're fighting against the demonic forces that are controlling these individuals. God loves His creation, and it grieves Him for any of His creation to be deceived and to be blinded by the adversary. So, we want to pray for the other side as well. And I just wanted to make a point to say that. So I want to say Happy Easter to my family, also to Naomi. I think I said Happy Easter to you already, and to Susan, and also to Kelly, and James, just James, and also to Beth. And I also want to, and also to Barbara. Barbara, thanks for all your prayers, and I'm so glad that you're out there and that you're actually starting to make your videos, that you're coming out with your situation. And I also want to say Happy Easter, even though it's a little late. Happy Easter to you, Al Song. I hope you have a very happy Easter. And that's it. That's all I have to say. And you guys all have a nice evening. What's left of it.